and how come all of them are after? Because you shift. Hogan shifted towards the target very early in his backswing, but he was here. I mean, the first move, whoo, whoo, right? So I mean that's gold, whoo, whoo, gold, right? But if you skip the whoo, and you get here, and they're like, see, they're here. I'm like, hold on, right? That is so wrong. I remember doing an outing, your outing at Bandon Dunes. Gone on a plane with Andy Plummer, Mike Bennett, and a few of the players there were working with them. And they were all in the back of the plane. We were on a private plane going to the PGA. They were all in the back of the plane. They were all whispering and looking at video. I was sitting in the front. They were all conspiring to come up and attack me. And they all came up with all their pictures on the phone, on the computer. And so, if this is their computer, right? And I'm sitting here and they're showing me all the video.
Yeah.
All their pictures were from over here at an angle to where it looked like at the top or very early in the backswing, Wade had shifted towards the target. And I was like, those are interesting videos. How come none of them are directly face on? And how come all of them are after? Because you shift. Hogan shifted towards the target very early in his backswing, but he was here. I mean, the first move, whoo, whoo, right? So I mean that's gold, whoo, whoo, gold, right? But if you skip the whoo, and you get here, and they're like, see, they're here. I'm like, hold on, right? That is so wrong. And I said, look, here's the deal. Here's my phone number. I will be on the range at this time tomorrow. You find me all those players from exactly face on. And again, this was even before YouTube. So this would have been, this is a while ago before you could just easily, like if they did that now, I'd laugh at them and the industry would laugh at them because I've got every golf swing in the world in here. I could just pull it up and prove them wrong. But then I was just like, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. Nobody swung like that. I've watched my whole life. Then I couldn't pull it up on my phone. But now then, what's great is they've corrected their teaching. By all accounts, people talk to me about what a great teacher Andy Plummer is. I hear it all the time. What a great guy, great teacher. Faxon, good buddy of mine, friends with you too. Faxon tells me about how good he is. I don't know Andy. Andy's probably mad at me, but Andy's probably changed his teaching, just as Sean Foley changed his teaching. Just as Chris Como's changed his teaching. They evolved. Social media acted like peer review. And those bad ideas of stack and tilt, staying centered, they got kicked to the curb. The bad ideas of keeping flex in the right leg going back. They're not completely gone because you still see that taught a little bit, but for the most part, it's gone. The bad ideas of resistance, they still linger, but for the most part, people can very easily prove those wrong. So yes, to your question, I've changed my idea. If I were a teacher, if I were a player now, I would have every diagnostic tool available to me because why would you want to have less information? I'd want to have the most information I could get because if I was teaching, it would help me connect dots, which would make me a better teacher. If I'm a player, it helps me connect dots, which makes me a better player.
Yeah, I think Amy knows this too. It's imperative with a good player actually because you might not like visually like that two-dimensional picture of some of the things that you're seeing for whatever reason, right? Like his hand path is this, or it looks like his trail leg is doing that or whatever. But if that face and path seem to keep matching up, it's like that's not your problem, buddy. Your problem is much greater than that because you're illustrating to me that you can repeat something. You know what I mean?
So that's where Trackman really is beneficial,
right?
And not overused. Actually, like there's no like I see the guys on tour. I haven't been out there for years, so I'm not that familiar with what they're doing. But it looks like they're doing
carry yardage and things like that as they're warming up. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean what a tool, right? You go to Mexico where you don't know is it 5% or 10% or 12%. Maybe it's this in the morning, that in the afternoon. They can dial it in. They can dial in spin rates and trajectory and. They're so specific. Like Bryson DeChambeau is one of the first people I talked about, not about trajectory, but angle of descent.